冇聲，跟住佢入嚟唔講嘢，生日瞓覺，做咩講嘢啊？我講咗嘢啊，咁咯。玩到 mission 幾啊？乜鬼？係啊，玩到 mission 幾啊？哇，好細聲！係啊，好細聲咯。有好大聲，正正常。我真係爆機啦！3日咋，玩咗。
Yeah, baby. Hey, I'm being serious here. That's right. We're going home. I thought of a way out of here. The space elevator. The windbreak is hollow, and there's no ceiling all the way up.
Stall warning.
Not sure if my bird can handle it, though.
Stall warning.
Fly! I know you can make it! I'll attempt a belly landing. Get out of here! Everyone's waiting for you! I wanted to wait until I had less fuel, but I have no choice. Attempting to land. I don't think my plane will make it. Anyway, here goes. Come on, babies. Just a bit more. Drone is turning. We'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger. It's down. Yeah, baby! Hey, I'm being serious here. That's right. We're going home. I thought of a way out of here. The space elevator.
Stall warning.
Windbreak is hollow, and there's no ceiling all the way up.
Stall warning.
Fly! I know you can make it! I'll attempt a belly landing. Get out of here! Everyone's waiting for you! wanted to wait until I had less fuel, but I have no choice. Attempting to land. I don't think my plane will make it. Anyway, here goes.
屌咁炸啦！一條
Come on, baby, stay with me just a bit more.
Should we send in an evac team?
We can't give up. We have to wait.
Can you hear me? We're all waiting. A world of darkness needs a light to shine. We're waiting for that beacon of light.
哇！
Look, it's Trigger. Strider 1 has returned to radar. I did it!
我終於得啦嘛！
He's a damn hero.
贏咗
Where's Strider 2?
Mission
Does
20。
anyone have eyes on Count?
Wish y'all could have seen that.
You damn fool. What's your position?
Watching Trigger climb. I guess it's my
Oh,
fate
you
to
got
watch
that
from down below.
錄低佢。
Yeah, well, we're all in the same boat there.
Yeah, well, I guess we are.
We're sending help. Give us your coordinates.
Directly into the space elevator. Elevation is minus 500 meters.
Minus? Hey, Trigger. You dumbass. Tell me something. What color's the sky up there?
We're on our way back from our 7-year mission to the asteroid belt. I can't tell you how proud I am to be the first to land at
Wait,
this
what was that
spaceport.
transmission?
This is Captain K. Nagase of the spaceship Pilgrim 1. The ocean of stars in our galaxy is finally within our reach. To the pilot who generously gave this spaceship a place to dock, we are forever grateful. Universe lies ahead of us, waiting to be discovered. Last, we have a gateway to ascend to it, over and over again.
It's all coming together for me. Today was the day, the moment of her return.
I salute the pilot who gave us all a future.
我得20個 mission 㗎咋，咁就完㗎啦。F22啊！型啊！
To skies unknown, the path to mankind's vast future remains standing.
解埋佢先。
Granddad.
20個 mission 就完
The
啦。
refugees built the settlement for themselves at the base of the space elevator. A humanitarian mission from Yukdovania
都係試下打
airdropped some
黑先。
supplies for them again today. Thanks to the princess, the whole
呢個
world
真係
is
normal
continuing to help these people. Handing out the relief supplies would have been a perfect
Normal
gift for that
咪2支咯。
dude. But since he's dead now, the job
2
went to the
支啊
guy
都
from
要
Belka,
用。
George. I guess Tabloid got that new system he wanted in the end. Mihai's granddaughters are helping out too. Mihai. That cranky old geezer's here with us too.
I never wanted to create anything, but now here I am, clinging to life. Watching as my grandchildren and their generation make a new future for themselves and the world. Is this my punishment then? All I do is lie here, wasting away. I'll never know the freedom of flying the open skies ever again. I've been grounded, and my wings have been clipped.
You know what having peace in the world means? It's being able to die in your own bed at a ripe old age. Peace is what those girls are working so hard for here. We got a bunch more refugees today. And the princess? She's looking to the stars. Dark blue. To the heavens and beyond.
Đón住 R2，再超解。
Can you hear me?
要預判去個預判㗎。就係咁，咁我就打完啦。3日啫喎，2嚿水玩3日。
Trigger, everyone, listen up.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the
你隻耳朵有冇事啊？
Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine
知好
over to me with an
先跌咗
article.
隻手仔。
Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
個好細聲咁啊，偷笑喺度。
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war.
佢係好細聲，定係
Some
好
of them have
細
been
聲，
mothballed,
超細
but
聲，
most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be
好似有
scrapped.
隻蚊同你講嘢咁。
Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he
啊
wanted, no
係蜜
questions
蜂啊
asked.，
蜜蜂同你講
That's
嘢。
how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies.
你
I
係
cut
揀
my teeth
normal，
working with those geezers. They taught me their skills
你係
and
揀
some
normal
dirty
定揀
jokes.
easy 啊？
But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work
哦，
myself.
佢竟然玩氹氹，
I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it.
咁你玩咩啊？
A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
二啊，
I've had it all you want, kid.
一定二啊！
Technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
我見到佢有二都係減價。
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another year and a half after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I
俾
was
啲
all
力，
wherever the souls
佢
of
拉
my
咗
Gramps
自
and
己
his
嘅
pals are
同伴，
flying, I hope it's
佢
peaceful.
拉咗自己手足啊！
Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. Should have been my best with these piece of junk. Should have built a return to...
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usha as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Fusion ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft have burned overhead.
How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed. Many injured.
Scramble. All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
没问题。準備收工啊！隻2都未玩。哦，玩完劇情會有新機嘅喎，再有多格喎 ，X 減02S 喎。係啊係啊。fans 3萬，買咗200萬，哦，猜嗰啲先，等我試下。交叉減異型。小妹有咩唔同咧？ 依家有啲唔同啊。唔知要幾多槍先打得咁咧？
Stand by at the front.
繼續衰人啊！做翻個事實出嚟，梗係幫下幫啦，搭膊頭先啦。係人都識你喎，係人都識呢個局長。哇，幾型喎係！佢起飛會收翻隻翼翻嚟嘅喎，起咗飛之後。唔係喎，勁過 F-22喎，但係。係啊，佢係 F-22之後嘅喎。即係個太陽可唔可以唔好咁殘眼嘅可以？熄咗個太陽可以。我哋試下普通彈要射幾多支啊？係啊。一支、兩支。咦，兩支啫喎，都係。係咯。試下用下 SP 彈先。可能第一關容易啲，之後嗰啲難。冇啊，佢冇得就咁跳，要順翻次序。冇，係咩？係咪黑之後先可以啊？哇！呢支彈咁難用嘅，用氣功喎。氣功喎佢，要行到勁近先用到喎。哇！唔痛啊！黐線啊！佢啲彈好難用嘅喎。黐線，完全唔識用佢一彈。氣功咯嗰個。
Not too shabby, Mage 2.
屌
Just still got a
啊！
long way to
勁
go,
近，好
kid.
似散彈槍咁射
Get
佢
back
喎。
in base if you can make it in one piece.
係咯，但係佢冇得自動瞄嘅，用手瞄。
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
佢唔會識追蹤嘅。
Trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your
但
element
係
with
佢
Mage
唔
1.
係 Laser
Do not
咯。
break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Laser 都冇咁嬲。
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus. That's the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs. I can't tell them apart. Fox 2.
Hứ. 一個做晒咪得，叫啲黑幫嚟咯。擋住啊！
This is Mage 1, I'm spiked.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload.
我唔知道第二支係咪雷射嘅，呢支嘢真係好鬼難嘅。
Hesitating for a split
冇
second.
睇，淨係喺度睇圖。
Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
喂，打完未啊？困難啫，第一鋪啫喎，唔使咁啊！我揾到 target。究竟呢支係點鳩樣嚟？哇！
Target is down.
真係好難嘅，全落去。
One remaining. Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this. Lockdown hostile. To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear. Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning.
Seawater at Gunther Bay. I am Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Golem Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Carrier.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yusia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Oh no.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
冇乜嘢講。唔係咁大鑊。梗唔會啦，黐線。 冲人符。揾下咯，睇下有咩打添。爛恐怖龍啦，或者打完恐怖龍再打爛輝。我翻把大劍出嚟先。離開。而家攞把風暴槍飛佢先，唔知喎。
準備走咗嘅孖骨。狗噏當秘笈。嚇，收埋皮添啊！佢已經，係喎。
唉，仆街，真係最忌。哇！屌，點解佢會捉住條空罩啊？
Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
Con.
仆街啊！中啊
！Target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
Any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close. Yep. Locked.
因為我唔裝正常。我屌啊！佢嚟。
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun. Anti-air radar vehicles been destroyed. Off the radar car. Target destroyed. 5 to go.
一定係跳龍嘅問題。
Get the fighters out there. Protect the radar vehicle. Mage 2. They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us. It's their rate. We're being attacked by enemy aircraft. We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility. We can't put up a decent fight.
Caution. Pull up.
Vehicle down. Permission. Move the vehicle. We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now. Missile away. Locked. Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds. We'll go. Here they come. Take them down.
Stall warning.
Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Cut course.
Box 2!
Missile.
2 targets remaining. Missile today.
Missile.
That radar was just about to go online.
Missile.
Push the plan forward too fast. These are too far from Allied territory. Enemy missiles detected. Evading. Trigger, there's 1 more to go. Vehicle destroyed.
啱啱。
You're mine. I'll make it quick.
喂，我睇唔到條龍係變低啦。
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
咁撚嘢睇。
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission.
條空爪啫，仲喺度。
Crush as many as you can. Trigger. The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
貓掘走咗嘅到你啊！
嚇？點解？
唔知喎，我鳩噏啊！
乜個點解咁快收會？嚇？
冇問題啊，我唔知啊。
翻咗啊！翻咗啊！定又去酒店啊？
又去酒店，好高深喎呢個嘢。
唔係，即係琴日去完課生食嗰餐尋味啫。
哦，好味。
我唔知啊。你又係睇開黃箱喺度，有
好味喎，好味。
又開黃箱喺度，
好味嘅，梗係食咗一次啊！
你黐線佬！點解貓住打第二隻 game 嚟？
特色嚟㗎。
咩啊？知知。哇！差啲就嗨得滯添，頭先
嗨得滯，
差啲唔記得嗰個會自己投拳都係自殺。哇！嚇死我！差啲以為我都要俾佢搞死。
搞死？
乜嘢啊？我知嘅。
哇！咁多 miss 嘅。
These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Column 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter. He's saying the war could change
打完
in an
未啊？
instant. Get over it.
你打完未
I
啊？
just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
就嚟啊！咁我下場先嚟。下場先咯。
Missile away. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed.
唔緊要
Hell yeah. Column Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
點解Martin 揾第二隻 game 咩？
特色嚟㗎嘛？
啊？
This one's mine.
咩 game 嚟㗎？
咪打飛機咯。
哦，就係嗰隻轉跑嗰隻。
轉跑嗰隻。
哇！屌你又〜我琴日話轉到頭都暈嘅。
Box 2. Column 2, the enemy's reading.
哇！好識避喎，玩難嗰啲。
In gun range.
哇！好撚勁喎。
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. So, drones don't feel the G-force, huh? When to go? Let's get through this without any casualties.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB. No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
哇！啲陣人，哎呀，你哋走啊！聽日唔使返工。我聽日要返工啊！
工都好翻嘅。12點都翻嘅。
Any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. Do you have visual on the
我計聽
anti-air
要
radar
上。
vehicles? They should be close. Yep. Locked.
上埋橋啊！
唔係啊，EMA 嗰啲堂。
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
真定2個鐘嘅喎，其餘時間7嘅喎。
咁咪好咯。我叫你翻工插喎，大佬。
我仲有一隻機喎。
叫你翻工插喎。
咁我已經喺屋企插嚟過。
有錢收喎。
哇！點解我會俾點解我就轉身呢度死嘅？
The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to
轉身
group
應該
up
唔
and
會死
begin
咧
the counteroffensive.
唔
Let us
係
reclaim
喎，
what
上
is
個頭
ours.
應該會拍，應該我會轉身要燒咗先嘅喎，有光。Oh my god！我今日做乜嘢？我好似第一場。
特色嚟嘅，特色嚟嘅。
特色嚟嘅，想發揮啊！
第一場特色嚟嘅。唉，我過嚟啊！我都4個人未啊？你哋？哦，咁我繼續啊！
繼續打飛機。繼續打飛機。
繼續打飛機。
佢成日都打喎，虧㗎喎呢
到啊嘛，由頭到腳趾尾都係，由頭到腳趾尾都係啊！白膠漿咁啊而家。
屌你白內障啊你就嚟！
隻眼都變白色啊！
白膠漿吹到。
The ships moored around the space elevator
白內障嚟啊嗰啲。
hit particularly hard. Numerous ships
所以做阿蒲啊我。
Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons.
哦，即係一次過打咯，一擊
The
咯。
enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg.
係嘛？
So expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully.
上次其實都差唔多得㗎，但係只不過隻怪走嚟走去之後打唔到佢啫嘛。
They're using a new
單隻角未爆啫嘛，好似係。
The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenalberg, carries this new drone, MQ-101.
攞大劍先。
The Ocean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenalbirds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
冇啊，咪係黃黑個巴咯。係啊，黃黑個巴啫嘛。做咩？ 我唔係，我打藍輝多數攞大劍。係啊。
我係都妹心口啊，係咪啊？哦，咁條尾交俾我啊！哦，好啊，等下先啊。
Squadron aircraft preparations complete.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Clear. Maintain your current approach.
仆街啊！電話冇電添。
50 meters.
係咯，俾個機會你喎，唔使理佢咯。哎呀，
熄埋機添啊！
好可惜。哇！
熄埋機添。唔關事㗎，冇影響㗎。
唔係啊，開咗 YouTube 咪即係喺屋企咯。
唔記得插電咯。
撇除嫌疑咯。
係又係喎，好乖嘅，屋企打緊飛機嘅。
咁都幾乖喎。
咁咪唔會係出街搞搞震咯？
係啊。
佢係搞屎棍啫。
屎棍，小夫我要進來。
咩啊？
小
邊個射咗我？爆埋
已經黃金佢已經甩咗一啲。你多把大劍舒服。1800。
我都300幾喎。
係痛啲嘅喎，打呢個。
哎呀，邊個打停我？
應該我傻啊！
貪多一刀，哎，搞掂。
你打啲黃金先。我要爛晒啲嘢。
去咗2區啦。
有冇咁快啊？係咁快真係恐怖喎！
如果去咗2區嘅話，咁2區打死佢喎。
Mage 1 to Golem 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we can wet wild and do dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them
哇！1
like
號
glue.
咁癲嘅，直接爆彈啊！應該唔會嘅。好高，有啲高添。要花多次先。哇！ 哇！俾佢卡撚住咗。
Let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds.
好撚多嘢執啊！
Golem 2 just knocked one down.
This right here is what we call a learning experience.
Roger that.
Fox 3.
哇！掛住睇一彈添。
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
係黐力㗎。舉住一波掏空咁嘅導彈，然之後就中咗。喂！
好，我打開。喺熱區啊！我諗住。
Looks like they weren't ready for a
我話
fight.
冇事。
你走都要磨你嘅。OK。
If the enemy gets behind me, that's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear. I haven't even broken a sweat.
Crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
Yo ho.
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
單左邊尾，啱啱問。
玩。
哦，俾佢撞翻落嚟。
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
We're just waiting for mission command. You'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're surrounded!
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Many of them.
These guys are too easy.
Break it now!
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal bird.
哇！撞地唔到。
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Look at that light from the arsenal bird. What's going on here? There's too many. We can't take all of them.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status? Find the situation.
Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evade!
Golem 3, Golem 2's hit!
Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break!
Raise your fire.
誒。一嚟就俾佢卡住咗。
Skeleton 3's lost.
Keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How'd that happen?
唔會，佢翻去翻返嚟。行前少少啦，屌你！哇走！哇！走唔開喎，好撚慘，佢兜嘢劈落嚟。以前哇，探到添！探到就係我成日做嗰啲。
What the hell? Caution! All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
Control route. I'm breaking up!
Skeleton 2 lost.
We've got incoming.
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. They knew this earlier, or else would have survived the hearing.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Fox 2.
Yowza!
UAV down. Locked.
啊，避到嘅呢
Fox 3.
The longer it takes, the worse our odds of getting out of here are. Machines don't get tired. That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show many mercy. Got one in my sights.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative. This is Gargoyle 1. Leaving Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
跟你又做嘢。
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One advantage. SU-30.
Gargoyle 1, caution! Missile!
Fast. It's like he...
話走先。
Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell?
包命。
Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Wingtips.
冇啊。
I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
哇！好彩你嗌一嗌啫，冇炸彈啊！
Get those UAVs off of France. Get your asses out.
哇！首先。
Stall warning. Stall warning.
In gun range.
Does main squadron still have their hot shot? Just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith. Call them in range, we owe you a jet. And we'll pay it.
Going for the long. H2, UAV down. An ally's hit. Gollum and Mage, move in to provide support. Let's move. They're ours. Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fortress aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Mage 2, enemy has a lock on you.
I'm dead meat.
你打冇嘢
I
玩
don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off.
A few seconds could mean life or death for them. Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Gollum 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak can eat.
Gollum 2, get a hold of yourself. Gollum 2, get away from the enemy.
哇哇哇哇哇！
Support! Somebody! Support!
Gollum 2, lost. Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brony? I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Mage 2 is taking on multiple UAVs. Got the say. We owe him one.
All UAVs have been splashed.
Caution. Pull up.
I said what I had to say.
Caution.
About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with. Gollum Squadron, Main Squadron, withdraw.
咁嘅擊咪得好嘅。
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Runway is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. 3,000 to runway. Mage 2, lower speed. 1,500 to runway.
Chán xỉ. Má hình
Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back.
Má
Stand by
thiên
for
tộc.
further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Mage Squadron, this is
Hô
the
hắn
situation.
chìa.
Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace.
買咩狗先？約識爹你啊！
But that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck. Mage 1, Wilco.
哦，士巴伊路。
Mage 1 to Golem 1. Thank your lucky stars. Looking good, mid squadron.
喺嗰邊接標都好樣啊！啲天氣又適合。
Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds.
Husky
Enemy on your rear.
一係養一係
This right here is what we call a learning experience.
Roger that.
係啊，冇錯。一係就牧羊，喺嗰邊係最 popular。
Fox 3.
Check 咗，
你叫撚完春未啊？你叫撚完春未啊？
Fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
我要進來啊！
小夫。
Clouds are screwing up the accuracy. 3 remaining.
Eject!
We can't recover.
We need reinforcements now! Enemy missile detected!
爭咩未講？爭隻角嘅，爭條
Nice
尾
kill. 1 remaining.
大角尾巴。咦，仲單足跡喎？追蹤
Looks
等
like they
級。
weren't ready for a fight.
爭起碼兩三個等級。
只差一點點先可以再會面。
靜少少啊！
嘈親你咩？
好撚嘈啊！
哇哇哇哇！
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it.
成日見到喎。
Situation is grim.
見到佢嬲
We have precious little time, however.
好嬲。
見到你都嬲啊！
見到你咪嬲咯。
嬲，日嬲啦！
如果你日日喺度打飛機，
你日日啊打咗3日啫嘛？
我依家咪日日喺度打。
係啊。
咁放幾多日啊
？4日。
咁即係後日翻早啊？
係啊。因為我爆咗機啦，打咗3日就好悶啊！打到
公道飯，
好慘啊！俾人出埋啊！好慘啊佢。
Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters.
射自己有喎啲飛機喺度。
Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken
3日爆機。
But today, he was really showing his age. The drones based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask?
This place is a shithole.
If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and mechanics that stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who left their wings closed too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Aruja, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
阿洛夫移佢啦。係啊。
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
Caution. Pull up.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
Haha, paganda.
Mage 2 crashed. If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
我看上去，
Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused. Two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
No problem. Situation normal. No change. RTV, going home.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds. You're making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there. Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. H2, target destroyed. Target is in range of guns.
我仲打到。
Fox 2, Fox 2. Mage 2 locked. Mage 2, target down. Half of the anti-air guns down. Target destruction confirmed.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Call them squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. Y'all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate
發
the
現
enemy
的
before
行
they
輝
can
唔識
respond.
將嚟去，然之後我漏盡。
Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before then. All anti-air guns destroyed. All SAM sites down. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you're clear to land.
Roger.